Hey guys, this is Bass Fishing 243 here, and I got a video for you today about my top 5 favorite swim baits. It was a swim bait that kind of made my channel, so it seems only fair to do it for my first top 5 fishing lures category to be swim baits. So, I got 5 swim baits of choice here. I'm sorry, there's not a whole lot of light. More lights here. I got 5 swim baits of choice. You might recognize a few of them. So I'm just going to count down. They are not in this order. They're not in that order. So to throw you guys off a little bit. So I'll be back in just a sec with my first. Alright, so number 5 on my countdown. The Mike Iaconelli Berkley Havoc Subwoofer. Kind of like a swim bait, jerk bait looking thing. I consider it a swim bait because it's got this paddle kick tail on the end of it. But a couple things I like about this bait. When you rig it on a swim bait hook like this, it's completely weedless. It will not bring anything back unless you happen to land directly on it. Like, you have to cast and hit the weeds dead on in order for this thing to catch any weeds. So, great bait. I like it for the finesse presentations. Anything finesse where the fish are hitting smaller bait, give this thing a try. I mean, it's Berkley Havoc, nice brand. They make good quality baits, even though they're extremely cheap. Every pack of Berkley Havoc is $2.99. That sounds like an insane price. $2.99. Most baits at $2.99 are extremely terrible, but Berkley Havoc figures out how to make it work. And quality baits at a quality price. Berkley Havoc Subwoofer. Alright, number 4 on my countdown of swim baits is the Berkley Havoc Grass Pig. What I really like about this bait is it's got that nice, narrow, thin profile, which doesn't scare off small fish, but it also catches big fish. So, great bait. My favorite quality about this is that the Grass Pig and the Grass Pig Jr., as well as being great swim baits, they can also double as a trailer. So if you want, you can take this and put it on the back of your spinnerbait or swim jig, and that paddle tail, you get that paddle tail on the back of your spinnerbait. So, that's always handy. You can see the nose of this one tore up really bad. The outside plastic on this bait, which one of the downsides is the outside plastic is extremely weak. And this is one of the first varieties of grass pig, so I don't know if they've changed the plastic or not. But as I figured out, I tore off the very tip of it where it was fraying, and in the middle is a much, much thicker, stronger plastic. So all I did was put that screw lock back in that thick middle plastic, and this one has caught about 11 or 12 fish, and that plastic still looks pretty good. One of a few swim baits that flutters on the fall. It's always a great characteristic, and comes in a lot of pretty good colors. So this is pearl white silver flat, but you can rig this thing on a swim bait. I like to rig it on a swim bait hook, but you can also put a jig head on it. Works very well either way. So, yep, there's your Berkley Habit Grass Pig. Alright, number 3 on the countdown is the Berkley Hollow Belly. Great swim bait. I had a blast fishing this thing down here at the family pond. And, I mean, very reliable. This is what started that hollow belly craze for Alabama rigs. And I like it's very slender. And what I think that does, I think that allows the hollow belly to remain aerodynamic and keep fluttering in slow water. If you notice, I've held money minnows, and I have a couple shadowlicious, but not with me here at the farm. But the shadowlicious and the money minnow, which are copies off of the hollow belly, are much thicker bodied, and it's not as aerodynamic, and as you reel it real slow, if you're going slow, those hollow belly, or those money minnows will roll. Hollow belly does not roll, and that's what I really like about this Berkley hollow belly. Also, it's not as finesse, it's much bigger, so if you want that more flash, or more, when big bass, when you're going with that theory, this is a great bait to give a try. Hollow belly, it's just a really good all-around swim bait. One major flaw with this swim bait is that, one, it's not very durable, as I'll show you. Where's my damaged one? Oh, here's the damaged one. This is what happens to a hollow belly when you fish it for a couple hours on a pond full of bass. Both eyes are torn out. There's giant gaping holes in the top and the bottom. There's gaping holes here, if I can find it. Well, there's the hole. There's a hole there. I can stick my finger in the top here. I mean, there's just gaping holes from these fish. Just general damage, all around damage. I mean, so it's not a durable bait, and it's also very pricey. It's $10 for only 3 of these things. So I will probably never throw it on the pond again, just because it's so weak and it's so pricey. But it does catch a lot of fish. So that's why it's number 3 on my countdown. And again, this bait is recommended to be on a swimbait hook. I doubt it would work because it's hollow. I doubt it would work on a jig head, but Berkley hollow belly. Alright, number 2 on my countdown is probably very well known on my channel, the Berkley Havoc Sick Fish. This was the first video on my channel. My video of the sick fish was the first one to top 1,000. Good job, guys. Give that video some love. And great swim bait here. I mean, this Skeet Reese went all out designing this bait, and as you can see, the detail in this thing is insane. Putting 4 fins on the side, and most swim baits do not have a realistic number of fins on it. And this tail is also really weird shaped. Got the one on the top and a regular paddle tail. So it almost looks like a half banjo minnow tail and a half a regular swimbait tail. By the way, I hate the banjo minnow. That thing is terrible. But anyway, what this tail can do is it was designed that when you had both the top and the bottom, it had a really heavy thump, a lot of vibration. It was much slower, but it just vibrated like nobody's business and irritated the living daylights out of those fish and basically forced fish to bite. But what Skeet says in his video that he made telling about the sick fish is that you can cut this top off. You can cut this top off and it will be a much faster paddle. The paddle will increase tremendously, a lot more motion to kind of attract fish better. I mean, I like that thump because vibration is critical in deeper or murkier water. Darker, muddier water, you gotta have that vibration. That's what's gonna catch fish for you. Because in water with low visibility, they're not gonna see it. You gotta make them know it's there. So, Berkley Havoc Sick Fish. I like this. I don't know. Well, the one that's on the jig head is currently rigged up to one of my rods. So this is my one that's rigged up to a swimbait hook. I think that's a 4/0 swimbait hook. And 4/0 or 3/0 jig head works really well for a 4-inch size. I have no idea about the 5-inch or the 3-inch, but for the 5-inch or for 4-inch like this is a 4-inch. The 4/0 hook, 4/0 swimbait hook or 3/0 jig head. Works very well for rigging it. So, alright, so my number one favorite swim bait of all time. This is the Evolve Darkstar Swimmer. Great swim bait. If you haven't tried Evolve Darkstar, give this thing a try. It's just glorious bait. It will always, from now on, it will always be my go-to swim bait. When I am freaking out, I can't catch anything, this is going to be one of my go-tos now, from now on. And so I'm going to show you some of the great characteristics about it. I'm going to use this one because you can see better details. This is two colors. This is Hot Fish. Hot Fish is the color that was doing extremely well for me. And this is Arkansas Copper. One thing I really like about this bait is this gigantic deep groove down the back. And what this does is if you rig it up on a swim bait hook, that groove, you can put the hook right in that groove, and as long as the hook point is in that groove, it will be completely weedless. No matter what you throw it in, it will be weedless. I mean, you have to completely flip this bait backwards in order to get that hook point to be exposed. So, you will not catch any aquatic grass on that deep groove. Another thing, this deep forked tail acts almost like a joint in a jointed crankbait. It'll bend back and forth and, like that. It'll bend back and forth and swim like a real fish. So, great. It acts like a joint in that crankbait, and it adds to the lifelike swimming action of this thing. And also, this extremely thick tail. Look at how thick that thing is. Extremely thick tail. That thing goes crazy in the water. Yeah, like that. It just goes absolutely ballistic, and a lot of motion, a lot of vibration, and even muddy water. I can throw this kind of pearlish color. I can throw this kind of Arkansas Copper. Throw that thing through mud-stained water, and fish will still hit it because of all the vibration that this thing puts out. This Hot Fish color, it's like a blue top, clear bottom. There we go. Now you can really see the color of this thing. It's like a sapphire blue on top and a clear bottom. It's just, Hot Fish is a great color. I caught 8 or 9 or 10 or 11. I don't remember how many. I got a bunch of fish on Hot Fish. Great color. When they get right up on it, it's very noticeable. They can see it really well. And still got all the great characteristics of a Darkstar. So, that's why the Darkstar is number one on my countdown. And it's just a great bait. If you haven't tried the Evolved Darkstar, you have to go out there. I found these at Cabela's. I think they're about $4.50, $4.50-ish. $4.49 I think was the price. And there's 4 in a pack. And you might think that's a little bit pricey. It's not. It will be worth your $4 or $5. It'll be worth it. Don't worry. This bait is also extremely durable. Like, I'm using a lot of force, and I'm not even getting it halfway squeezed. I mean, it's a strong plastic. So, you will not be disappointed with the Darkstar. Great swimmer. So yeah, guys, this is my top 5 swim baits from 1st to 5th, and a lot of them are pretty cheap. All these 3 Berkley Havocs are only $2.99 a pack at Bass Pro Shops or Cabela. I think it's $2.99 anywhere. Very good baits. These Darkstars, I think it was about $4 or $5 a pack, but there's 4 in a pack, so only about $1 each. And these Darkstars are extremely durable. That's something I didn't mention in my little Darkstar. They're extremely durable. Like, this plastic is tough. But anyway, this one's the only one that's really pricey. $10 for 3 of them. Yeah, I don't really like that. I got these for free at a tournament, fishing tournament. I won them. I won a pack of them. That's the only reason I have some. But all these baits, they're just really good baits. So if you haven't tried any of them, subwoofer, grass pig, hollow belly, stickfish, or Darkstar, go and give these things a try. They're great swim baits. All of them are great. I like them all. I'll accept this grass pig. I haven't made a video of the grass pig yet. I need to do that. So, I'll accept the grass pig I've made videos of, so you can check out those videos as well. I'll probably put links in the description of each of their videos. And now that it reminds me, I need to go over to the pond right now and film a grass pig. So, alright guys. So, that's it. Peace out.